Okay, from here we start to assemble the parts we've made of it. So we go into assembly, and the assembly is relatively simple and straightforward process. It's like clicks per part to assemble them. So it's not going to be complex of a part, but have to select these. When you go into assembly, obviously, open up this folder. If it doesn't, you can just go assembly, and then there will be a option here to for and if it opens up this, you will directly select all these and open them, then place them one by one. This the first part that appears, then the by this um actually but I'll place it here. This is the housing back. Place the parts bit farther away from each other, so you don't actually have to about them messing with each other or getting stuck like this and delete it. Actually, that part, and why is having a never mind. Let's start, I guess, assembling. We assemble. Do need to have more bevel or gears like these. Got open the toolbox, and the same thing did before is we will go to down here in ISO, go to power transmission gears, and in the type of gear there, straight miter gear, however you, and then it will then obviously open up this. So let me type these values that we of these. It this 0.75 the value module. The number is 12. So eventually, not sure why it's doing that. Type of a build error or not sure, but keep moving. 14.5 is correct. Uh, this other 8 build and give an error every time, whatever it is. Instead of hub diameter 13, and the mounting sense is basically shaft that comes out of housing, connecting. Have this, say okay, and once that happens, and say have what we uh there is a control pattern that right and that it's saying has errors. Features are disjoint and created. Use the bodies option to enter pattern this 5. That's the basic spec of things. Certain aren't mirrored uh, patterned, but I do not see. Let me show I see. Yeah, come. Let me problem. I think it's random error. But anyways, let's get. It's gonna take some first uh, start aligning parts. So basically, one part of the housing, this and base of are going to go to assembly up here, assembly, and we go to mate. This face is already selected with face, so go and that this button that's called let me pause that because we do not need and we need concentric the corner of this part and the of this part. Select mate again, and we will first align these this this and do the same thing, but this time we will first flip it and we will say it's concentric, it's all selected. Now we will this part. They are gonna move together. Let me right click on the fix so that it doesn't. There you go. Anyway, now we will add other parts. So example, let's add that we this the uh, this face of this disk face. It will now it's saying incident. Okay, that's what. Then we line them. So circle this selected yet. So they're aligned and they're sitting on top of this. After that, we name with this shaft, basically this shaft that in this housing body of. But let's delete and select this any edge, basically edge as long as it because they allow you to find the and edge of this didn't get selected. Now it is, and again the relationship is concentric, so that's the one. Now we can move it in or out. We set it at first before we set this out slightly, so it'll move direction and rotate, but it's locked in the other directions. One axis is before that we bevel gear basically. So edge and edge, any of these basically edge. There you go. It's concentric, so say okay, that's what. And now this it'll still move out, but it won't a problem in another axis. So what we'll is basic up against. That's wrong. Let me out of the way face up against, and there will be coincidence. So, and you will see that they are not sort of slipping, touching the wall, cause problems. Now we will select this face and this face of the here that we just, and we will say they will parallel, not coincident, parallel, and say okay. This will basically ensure that the shaft will come through. For some reason it didn't connect. It took the command of the parallel, but didn't. Then in that case scenario, delete parallel. Let me try that again. Face and what if there you go. They didn't need to. There wasn't a problem. Now we need that are inside. So when you spin this, you see the outer shaft is, but this here is spinning. That is unless we spin it by force by a hand. It isn't spinning. Make it and we there we go. That's where it needs a scenario. Top face of needs to be coin. I think that's the that last relation not a correct. That last that one didn't get registered. Anyway, we have to interlock the that. Let me. We can, however, do another thing where this mechanical part of the mating select gear and have it that way, or we standard say that as well. Hey, it's of the this face of the right be contacting face pan out that that contacting this face. For some reason get selected. And it's not letting us select. What if we say lock? It's doing, but it's not letting us. Did I accident? Why isn't it let me uh it is just not rotating with the shaft, and that's what I need. Mating is mated locked. Let me I cancel shaft in that it's there we go. Teeth are perfect, right? They mate. Let me try to lock this face. This is obviously the face of the lock them. Okay. Let me see if yes they are locked. Nice. Very nice. Now let's move to the other side. What we also need did make these centric. Let me make this centric with aligned. So they're concentric. That's what it's asking. Relationship. Yes. Case scenario. After that, we back face of this. And this one that we a ring on it. Back face of this. Go into back face, and it will sorry. So it's treating the part as a separate entity rather than doing that. Let me see if I can have a that will, or maybe we just put these in individually. This mating, we open this drop down menu. The first thing, this literally made it. We will let me just delete these, and because it's developing for the rings, that this face of the ring will first let's ring will centric to this. Sorry, it's got to made command. Edge that edge. They are in line. They're centric. Then we this face out again on it face flush over that, and And then we do the same with this. Take an edge on, and take an edge on. Let me, ring is still, let me click on this ring, and this made command is not on. Ring of it, edge. The edges allow us to, not sure why it keeps doing the ring instead of the here that maybe I delete this, bring it in another one like this. Start a, and we browse and bevel shaft this. Good to label these correctly. I think we developed relation this ring. Go to main command, this ring of it, and the other might as well do this. That's pretty. Now it's concentric, but we still need to flip it. You use the button, flip mate alignment, say OK, and from here, now it will rotate and move in and out, but not else. So connect this face and say that relation. Now that we rotate this here, that's sticking out. Uh, After that, it's somewhat straightforward. Parts remain. We'll same with this. Take an edge on and take an edge on this. No, no, no. Forgot for a second. Attachment. Here again. Now we will get outward spinning, but not made it yet. So this face, they are now coincident. They are locked with each other, but obviously part of the housing and shafts. So no matter whether it rotates with that or basic shafting outside of this. Better, I think, align that relate. This edge, again, the same thing. Relationships per part. The concentric, uh, not sure why it's the concentric, and we will flip the okay. Now it will out, but else so this we here, and we click on okay. Same thing with the other one. straightforward here. To assembly is easier part, but sometimes it can get annoying. You haven't done your designing. Okay, then from here inward and place, right? Housing. Now that's made it nice. Last few steps before there will be another part, but that's static. We will, but right now we need to hide this housing, connect these gears so that one rotates, the others rotate. Basic base. Let me select edge along with and say there is an option right here, mechanical. You go in here, there's an option for gears, and here you can feed. So the ratio of this one for this is 17.89. It's 17.89. The other one, it's 27. So make the bigger one and make the smaller one. And this, now that this created, have a case where they, based on ratio placed, reverse it. Let me see. So obviously, reverse means gears that one goes direction, that's not the case. So one goes, they both uh, directly. Um, if you take out really close, obviously not, they're not making perfect contact, but obviously sort of without blueprints, so slight issue, nothing. Now these are connected. Same with this. Click this edge and same gears. Case scenario as the same 13, and this one will be 14. Obviously, the ratio. Now that that's done, wait, and we will do the same with this, but that, uh, connect this again, this edge with edge of contact. This or the other one, they're both gears. The obviously ratio is different again. The smaller one is 17.89, so bigger one, and same ratio. Ratio is up to you. Change it. That's, but now if this. They are all obviously connected. Out of this part housing, icon is a wireframe. This is black and white, but others are yellow. But this has been shown, and in this carry out the same thing last tutorial, made these, and that face lined, everything is fine, so that's what. And now if we rotate any one of these shafts, other I'm note it's not rotated. Let me hide this housing again. What has become mechanical. I think we should have done because it is making not letting that case be. Let me. There you go. I went wrong. Or I think I didn't press. Oh, that's why I wasn't. That's why I wasn't. Can make the surface here again. Next, put in bolts and nuts that we can design library. But next part will be relatively shorter than this. But here is the assembly. And if you liked make assembly a wireframe instead, wireframe, there's enough that allow I think option, but still we can that it's worth hide each parts that they are connected. So the next video will be the last part of the series.